I was just thinking about just truth and what I was thinking was about the Declaration. Just not this, but uh, just the Constitution, the First Amendment about this free press, and I was thinking about truth and how it's real important. But the people that wrote the Constitution were supposed to do it to protect the Declaration of Independence, but so what so the first thing they were trying to, I guess, to protect would be the truth, and that would be to the media, but that's why they gave the free press. And it doesn't say it in here, but the definition of it is anyone can put their story on in the media, or their story like news, breaking dangers, anything that maybe police beat them up. They want to report it. Anybody can report that stuff. If they're lying or if it's not true, ain't up to the media to decide that. It's up to the people. They have to. There'd be no more like judges or nothing. They'd just be like somebody who instructions by the law, and then they decide what the punishment would be. You know what I'm saying? And fairly, and if it was like true or not. You know what I'm saying? If it's a warning to the people. You know what I'm saying? That's what the press is for. It's just to be a warning to the people. And freedom of speech means that you can go and say anything. You know what I'm saying? And they can't say, oh, it's anti-Semitic, the most evil word in the world. That's your evidence right there that it's all true. You know what I'm saying? That people, because they lie and they try to trick us in the media, but people are like, oh no, they're good. Well, this is the most evil word right here because they went and like did bad stuff, and now that where they're at, and they once all the men are. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I think that's how it went. I better not say this story if it ain't right, but they're just when men fight these Israeli military people, they use this word, but when they commit atrocities and stuff, or just bad stuff, but anytime you try to ask a question, they just say, oh, it's that word right there. So they're just this word right here. They're just this word, not NASA, but Nazi. And this is the word that the Jews used to call the Germans. Do I hear? Could be wrong, but it seems like logical, but Germans. But That's what the Germans used to call the Jews. I mean, because they used to be the police over the Germans. And I mean, I've heard that in like a Hitler speech that they were translating, and I heard it a couple other times on in different places, and then a couple of other people told me the same stories. I don't know. It seems like I've heard it at least 5 times. Or different stories about the Jewish religion, people, whatever you want to call it, being the police over. They're like the police over the German people, but you know they would do bad stuff, you know, to the families and stuff like that. But so the Germans would call them Nazis, and then so when you know, every time, because they got them like 3 times, so they got them like before World War One, and then World War Two, because they kept fighting the Germans, because they, you know what I'm saying, they kept being the police, and every time German people would get fed up with it, it's just my, you know, just my fucking opinion that that's the only logical thing that it could be, but I think there's evidence and stuff that show that, but every time they rise up a little bit, and the Jewish people gotta control them. You know what I'm saying? Because they talk about it in their writings and stuff. I'm trying to do a video about their writings, but they talk about in their writings that I don't know that, you know, that sometimes when you just got a small percentage of people, you know, the Jewish religion people, a small percentage, so they got to be real strict on they're controlling like a mass population. They have to do it in force, or you know, with kind of brutality and stuff like that. But a bunch of people were telling me they were in Germany. I don't know. They just hearsay, but I better not say it. But I think I heard some quotes and stuff like that, but I'm not sure if they're right by Hitler and stuff saying the same thing. But just about the Jewish people, wherever they go, they you know, they just with the religion, not the people, but the religion, you know, the top Jewish, they just bring perversion and stuff like that. They bring perversion to Germany and stuff, and their people and stuff. I don't know. But anyway, they do the same stuff they do everywhere. They talk about it in the protocol, or in their writings, but they control the Wall Street and stuff like that, and the stock market in Germany. But they talk about controlling the stock market before it was even here. But they talk about a lot of stuff that they're gonna do, but before they even do them. But oh shit, I didn't mean to get to talking. But so what was I thinking? Oh yeah. So truth. That's why we got our first right is the freedom of press, and that just means that's our press. You know, if they're making all kinds of money off commercials, and we're giving them the air waves, should we be just keeping all the money, make sure the airwaves are truthful, and have like like maybe 300 like internet channels on the airwaves free, just so that people could make sure that they get their news from every state and everything. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put that, but you could do that. You know, just 300 internet channels over the airwaves. Probably do it analogically, so I would make it digital probably too healthy, but just look into it. But yeah, there's a bunch of money out there that we should be keeping from airwaves, promoting good stuff. You know, um, they're making money off all kinds of, you know what I'm saying, all kinds of medicine, even if you can grow it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody should be growing that stuff. Mandatory, you know what I'm saying, to be farming that stuff. You know, it's an easy way for people to make income and stuff like that. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, you could do all kinds of stuff with it. But anyway, you know, the pharmaceutical companies too, they're just killing it with money, making money, hard money for tax research. And they're just making money hand over fist. But anytime you're gonna attack these guys, they're gonna come after you. So One last thing, most important thing before I end this video, for everybody to know, you gotta make sure that it's very, very important, very, very important. Okay, everybody's gotta tell them this. I'm not a very good writer, so the finger will be. Where would the finger? No, it would be right here. No, oh, shoot. Anyway, the finger. I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know how the big hand. The fucking finger's gonna be. Anyway, just making sure they all know. Fuck you, motherfuckers. Oops, I was writing on the fucking. Started writing on the goddamn camera. They're shooting at me. Writing on the camera. This guy's an idiot. Yeah, he's writing on the camera. I seen the thing right here, but it's on the camera. You guys can't see it. But it did something with the camera. But alright, I'm just posting this just to be an asshole. I apologize. I'll do something. Next one should be. I ain't gonna say better or more mature or anything. So, alright. I might have fucking up all the day. Hey, can somebody send this guy a new Cambridge writing pad? What the hell is this? I was trying to see if it can work. Your fingers off the fucking camera, motherfucker. And can somebody send me a professional, this guy a professional tips, camera tips, on-air camera tips. How to make videos shorter too. Alright.